After last week's tragic school shooting, I wanted to help our school to protect our children by making a list of books we should ban. Tonight is the Trump-Harris debate. Everyone's at debate parties. It's a big event. I'm here. I'm at a school board meeting in Arizona. I don't live in Arizona. I came out here because Moms for Liberty is trying to take over a school board in this district. Arizona is ground zero for defunding public education. When I say defunding public education, I mean school choice, the voucher program. If you're not familiar with school choice, it's a fantastic way to take money for public education and give it to people already sending their children to private school. That's it. That's all you need to remember. All the satanic panic you've heard about gender ideology, critical race theory, all of that is a way to defund public education in the United States. That's it. These people are mad that education is secular, and they are mad that public education money isn't going to private corporations. So for this school board race, there was Lewis, Sharkey, and Patinsky. These are the people that don't want to defund public education. And the people that do want to defund public education are Jacobs, Beasley, and Hassler. Very simple. Jacobs, Beasley, and Hassler. They support school choice, they support the voucher program, and they want to be school board members for a public school. These people do not believe in public education, and they want to work in public education. Since it's JBH, their slogan is just be honest. And if they were just being honest, they would say, we don't believe in public education. We want all that money to go to private corporations. I know you've seen a lot of get out the vote videos. This is me telling you to get out the vote in your local school district. Wherever you are, there are Moms for Liberty candidates trying to get elected. I live in New York City. Moms for Liberty took over District 2 in big, bad, liberal New York City. Yes, I want you to vote in the election. I also want you to vote in your local school board.
Talk about the darkness that has settled on this district over the last year. And my comments are directed towards the radical majority of this school board and the administration. That darkness looks like half the families of K-12 students who are paying taxes while educating their children outside the district. That darkness looks like a curriculum that lies to students about gender. That darkness looks like a library full of nasty books about rape, incest, sodomy, molestation, and child prostitution. And these are books that the superintendent and the district lawyer are supposed to be removing. Parents should know that the Department of Education said at least 5 to 6 million public school students will be sexually abused by the time they graduate. This is bound to happen in SUSD if there's not change. So I do hope on November 5th that you parents, that you constituents are paying attention to the changes that need to be made. Dr. Menzel, we need that darkness, that dark cloud to go, and you have to go with it.
School-based mental health program based on emotional learning theories that trickle down into every facet of curriculum and school policy are not effective at improving academic outcomes or improving student wellness at scale, despite claims otherwise. Since 2002, U.S. schools nationwide have increased spending on these programs by over 52%. Average district spending on counselors, social workers, and other ancillary student support services has doubled since 2001 to over $1,100 per pupil. The average district instructional spend percentage is at a 20-year low at 53.4%. And students everywhere are believed to be more anxious, more depressed than ever before. Clearly, the experts are failing students. Truly, educational reform requires us to weed out, root and stem all these psychotherapeutic theories of education. Parents, remember, you have rights when it comes to your child's education. You can opt your kid out of any lesson you think is inappropriate. Of course, that requires you to get involved and see what your child is being taught.
After last week's tragic school shooting, I wanted to help our school to protect our children by making a list of books we should ban, because if my child is going to barricade himself in the library, I want to make sure the book he is using as body armor isn't a law school textbook on critical race theory. Who here loves school choice? I love school choice. It is a fantastic way to divert money funding this school district and give it to parents who already send their children to private school. With school choice, our children can dream of going to an elite private school, and it will stay a dream because once we subsidize private schools, they will have to raise tuition. That's how the free market works. And I can't think of a better way to raise our children than to subject them to the free market at an early age. Lastly, I just want to thank the board, Corrine Werner, for bringing in the Tuttle Twins books into our school library. It's been fantastic. I was actually reading one of these to my child the other night. There was a passage on how the dinosaur bones were planted by the Rothschilds, and slaves were happy to have jobs. This is just an example of all of the things our children could be learning if it wasn't for all these rules by the Board of Education. In closing, let's stop giving our children a free education. Let's free our education by making it more expensive and worse. Thank you. Thank you for what you said about protecting the children. It's just, we gotta, school choice and the voucher program. We gotta do this.
Yeah.
We can't trust teachers anymore. We can trust? Private corporations. Board of Education's got to go, and I'm going to feel a lot better once we can get, we can totally defund this, corrupt, grooming, sex trafficking den of iniquity and put that money into the hands
Well, make sure
of
you
private.
tell other parents, because that's what it's going to take.
Yeah,
Parents.
No,
Like,
and
yeah.
the school board elections are coming up. It's going. Thank you for your service. No, and it's a lot. You can't trust these teachers. That they're making what, 50, 60K. You can trust. The schools that are going to come in and take over.
Parents acting like this towards each other and the school board is making students hate each other. Their parents are telling them to hate a certain group of people, and that
LGBTQ.
exactly, that trickles on into school. Parents acting this way, it increases bullying, it increases depression because their parents are telling them to bully them.
The Moms for Liberty people that spoke said that that depression and bullying is at an all-time high.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's very hypocritical because
Right.
it starts with them and then it ends with this depression that they're saying is at a all-time high, but in reality they're the ones that caused it.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
You as a student have noticed an uptick.
100%. I didn't even see that coming, but you were like, oh yeah, they're talking about bullying, and it was like, oh yeah, you're right. They were talking about how depression's at an all-time high, yet they're the ones that are making their kids bully other kids because they're part of a community that they hate. So
Yeah, and they are
makes
the
sense.
first ones to get up and say that they are the most oppressed right now.
yeah.
Right? You go around the world, and every group that is doing the most damage to other people, is the first to play the victim.
Exactly.
That is just
Exactly.
the Darvo playbook, baby. Darvo.
I agree.